Hi everybody, Dusty Detecting. Today I thought I would talk about the Garmin, it's the InReach Explorer Plus model. This is a satellite SOS, as you can see. It's a satellite messaging service. It's also a GPS. It's also a GPS locator. And if something should happen to you and you use the SOS button, which is actually underneath this, I don't know if I can do it one-handed, hang on a sec, sorry about that. It's underneath this cover here. So there's a button under there, that's your SOS button in an emergency, so you can't accidentally push it. Great cover. So the purpose of this is it's your GPS, so you know where the hell you are at any given time. You can load a lot of different maps into it. There's topo maps and everything you can put in there. It's also street maps. If your partner or somebody for safety that you designate, you can email them through here when you set off on your journey, and they can click on the link in the email and see exactly where you are anytime they like. So your location is always known. This is also going to map where you've been. It's going to give you average speed and tell you your elevation and things like that. I mean, it tells you everything. There's the old Garmin one that I had. Hang on, sorry, I'll just turn this on. The buttons are like the old phones, like they're a clicky button. So you can't, press the wrong thing. I'll show you how it works. I just, wipe the screen because it's got fingerprints all over it. Okay, so on the screen here, you can see map. So to navigate, you just use these arrows here. So we'll navigate up and across, and then we hit the OK tick. And it will open up the map. Okay, there's the map. Click the cross there and it will get you back to the main menu. Then you've got tracking. So when you are going somewhere, which is what I do with Lisa, I turn tracking on. See, there's start and there's share. So I can start tracking and then I can share it. And if I share it, it'll go to a page where, I'll show you actually, it'll go to a page where here I can put in email address or any of these Facebook sort of thingies, Twitter and all that. I can put in the email address of the person, which would be Lisa, and I could put a message here and I could say whatever I wanted, or usually I don't say anything because I don't need to, she knows where I am. And then I hit send, and that sends the email via satellite, so I don't need phone reception whatsoever. Doesn't matter where I am, I do not ever need phone reception. All I need is the view of the sky. In an emergency, I flip this, I hit the SOS button, and that will actually go to a place, I think it's in Canada. It's the central hub for this system. They will then message me, like text message me and say, what is the emergency? If I don't respond, they will send everything Australia's got to my location, my GPS location on here. But if I'm able to respond, I can say to them I've fallen down and broken my leg, or I've been bitten by a snake or whatever. They will then message me back with how to treat myself until help arrives, and they also know which help to send me. That way they're not wasting resources by sending everybody. Now, there's no excuse for people to wander off and get lost, especially like these prospectors in Western Australia that just happen to disappear for days on end and cost, a lot of money and a lot of resources to try and locate them. And it's really bad that I've seen this happen twice now in the last few months with prospecting in Western Australia. And the people who had all these search parties, police, air wing, everybody, SES, all these volunteers and paid professionals looking for them for days on end, and there was nothing wrong with them. And I think that's just a bit wrong. If you're going to you know, go to somewhere like Western Australia that is so remote and you know people are going to worry. Honestly, be honest if you're going to do a runner, or be honest if you just don't want to be there anymore and you're going to leave. I mean, it's just not on. I don't know what the reasons or the situations behind this were, but it's just not on to waste so many resources. That's a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of people that could have been used in other situations, rather than wasting time looking for someone who's not really lost at all. But if you are lost, the Garmin InReach Explorer Plus, I tell you, that's probably the best thing I've ever bought in my life. This is just brilliant. It even comes with a little carabiner clip here and hang it off your bag or your belt or whatever you want. Yeah, I think anybody who's into prospecting, whether it's remote or not, really, this is the way to go. Now, this does cost you per month to have the messaging service. You can get really cheap plans from like $20 a month, I think it is from memory. But that only limits you to how many emails and that you can send, whereas I've signed up to an unlimited, so I can message as many people as I want, as many times as I want, and it's only going to cost me, I think I pay $40 a month. I mean, really? $40 a month to have 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, SOS coverage, messaging service, tracking device, GPS, maps. Why wouldn't you do that? Let's just quickly have a quick look before I say goodbye of what else is in here. Okay, so we've got the map, which we saw. We've got tracking, which I showed you. We've got routes or routes, however you want to say that. You can mark your routes and you can see where you've been, and people can see where you've been, and you can go there again. Messages, so you can send messages to people. You can put in waypoints. See, I've got unlimited waypoints with my $40 a month, whereas if you go cheaper, you only get a certain amount of waypoints. So I've got unlimited waypoints. Trip info. Trip info is pretty cool. So you've got how long you've been travelling for, your maximum speeds, your moving average. I mean, unless you're driving, it's not really that handy, but I'm not driving. But if you're on a quad bike in the WA or somewhere, yeah, fantastic. Presets. I don't worry about presets because I go and change everything anyway, but nothing wrong with that. Weather. This is another one. This is an up-to-date direct from the weather satellite. I think it's, yes, it is. It's direct from the Iridium satellite, I think. That's weather, up to date, to the minute weather, and mine's unlimited. Cheaper plans, you only get so many weather reports. Mine's unlimited. So if I go to that, I can get an accurate, right now, this is what the weather's going to do. Data use, well, I don't worry about data use because all it does is just shows me how many messages I've sent, how many tracking points I've put in, and yeah, well, I haven't really been using it much. Compass. Compass obviously just gives you the compass. So you've got your elevation, the course you're taking, the speed, and your distance you've walked. So that is a good one actually, and that one's going to be great for up the bush. It's yeah, it's pretty awesome actually, the compass. Okay, SOS. That's obviously emergency. Sorry, I don't know if I lost the screen then. Contacts, this is where you put in your list of contacts that you want to send the emails to, so you don't have to type it in, you just choose them from a list. Location gives me my exact location at the time. I'm not going to click on it because I don't want you to see exact location of where I am right now. The history obviously is just the history of where I've been and what I've done. I can, oops, sorry, I hit the wrong button then. Test is I can test to make sure that everything's working, like with the emergency side of it, like the SOS function. And settings obviously is where you change the settings for, well, everything, sounds and display and whatever. So yeah, there we go, people. Thank you very much for watching this. Yeah, that's honestly the best thing I've ever bought. The Garmin InReach Explorer Plus, $40 a month. Complete peace of mind. And if you want to know how much this costs, just have a look online because I'm not sure. Okay, everyone, happy hunting, happy holes, and thanks for watching.